Sign. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Blues. Before we get into this evening's episode, can you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment in the comment section. It's ended Blues 1, Sheffield United 1, and I've literally just got in the house. I was just saying to Stu, I went the back way, kind of went through Moseley and through Hall Green and stuff to get our mum sunflowers for tomorrow. So I've literally just got in, jumped on, and me and Stu are going to bang heads. We're going to try and sort out what kind of happened today and what I want everyone else's views as well, and Stu's. And I will put the link in for the phone. I mean, he's pinned on the top of the comment section. If you look, guys, so every stream it will be pinned. I'm just going to share it in the comments anyway, just in case anyone wants to come on. Okay. Stu, I mean, you never went today. You didn't go today, did you?
No, I went Wednesday, and then I was at Middlesbrough game as well. So yeah, mate. Okay. After Wednesday, I thought, okay, we won 1-0. First half was they played well. Second half, I thought we was poor. I was in the Gilmary Cuppa, so along with the QPR fans, I thought they scored near the end, and I thought, well, we'll go today and see how we do. And to me, like, today's performance and result was important, because if we got back-to-backs, then it's good, innit?
Yeah.
We can build, but, mate, I don't know. I missed the first half because my stream wasn't available. But, yeah, second half, mate, pound the rock, eh?
Okay, now, pound the rock, mate. I couldn't, I mean, let's just have a look at the lineup first, Stu. So I think it was unchanged from Wednesday night. What did you think of Wednesday night, first and foremost? I mean, not just quickly, just because I didn't go to that, so I had the opportunity to watch it on TV, and I always say you get a better perspective of the game on Wednesday night. QPR were awful in that first half. I couldn't believe how bad they was. I think at half time we had 70-30 possession, something like 13 shots on goal, 7 on target. So what did you make of Wednesday night and touching on today's game?
As you've touched on, mate, and people have said, QPR on the night were poor. You can't say that they're a poor team. I know that they've got people missing and stuff like that, but on the night they was poor. Beadle, I thought he could have had a deck chair, mate, to be honest. Give him a deck chair and a newspaper. He didn't do much. Didn't have much to do. So, but other than that, I thought we played some good football in the first half.
Yeah.
We just can't keep going there, can we? No. Second half, mate, it was just like, for fuck's sake, and you could feel the nerves and the tension build. I don't know whether you felt the same, whether that kind of came across on TV or.
Yeah, mate. Second half. So we're talking about the QPR game now, guys. We're just going to briefly go over the QPR game. Yeah, definitely, Stu. I thought we didn't finish our chances in the first half when it came to rules in that second half.
2-3 up in the first half, but we weren't. Typical Blues.
Yeah.
The second half, like I said, mate, the longer it went on, you could admit. I was in the Gilmary Cuppa, so, but I mean, even up there, mate, there was people getting really frustrated, like swearing, kicking off, just like cursing Chrissy Davies, cursing the team, and telling them that they're wrong, because I couldn't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we got a win. Okay, you got 3 points, great. Go on to the next one and show me that you can build upon this result. Because I weren't going to be convinced until after the derby. I wanted to see how the 3 went. But
yeah.
And from what I gather, same again today. First half all over them. Didn't capitalise on chances, and second half, you ruin your misses, don't you? But
yeah,
I have seen the highlights of the first half, so you know the penalty, mate. What the fuck was that all about?
really sorry.
The penalty, and like the one that we conceded, the penalty that Beadle saved.
Yeah, so what was the crack? Because I wasn't looking I was looking somewhere else when that happened. I just seen like the referee pointing to the penalty spot. Robinson picked the ball up.
Beadle's got the ball,
Mm.
and I think he's rolled it to him, and then he's used his feet, brought it into the 6-yard box on the corner, and then he's put his hand on it, you know.
Yeah,
and the referee's blew, like, well, that's it then. Penalty. You've handballed it in your area. I guess that's what it was. That's that. You know, like I say, I've seen the video, but with no commentary, so I'm guessing, surmising that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, thankfully he Beadle saved it, didn't
he? So I take it you've seen the second half then, Stu?
Yeah.
Of today's game.
Yeah.
And it really was, you touched on it, it really was like that pound the rock. It just reminded me of League One last season. And I was thinking towards the end of it, I mean, granted as well, they had 10 men. I was thinking, like, what else can they do? Do you know what I mean? Because we could, other than sending long balls over the top and letting their defenders kind of turn back towards goal, it was just so frustrating and it makes me think: is a lot of this on the players as well? To start creating chances, especially in that second half, we didn't really create nothing in that second half for me.
There were again, and we've touched. I think we say this pretty much every game, Nick. To be honest, mate, balls being played forward, not enough pace on them. The player who it's going to start to run, and he's running as if he wants the ball played in front of him. He's then having to slow down and either turn or half turn to then get the ball and get it under his control. Yeah. And it's just like, fuck, that's frustrating. Lack of movement in the latter stages down the left, mate. I don't want to dig Gray out, but mate, Panzo was making runs out past him and he weren't passing it to him. He wanted to cut inside and have a go. Well, I'm sorry, mate, but he didn't have his shooting boots on today, did he? Everything he hit went like pretty much high and wide.
So look at it. Look at these stats a minute, Stu. Right, expected goals for Blues 1.1. Okay, expected goals for them 1.74. I mean, we had obviously a lot of shots, but none of them really troubled the goalkeeper. I can't think of many what troubled the goalkeeper. And we hit the bar a couple of times, granted. They had 3 big chances, and I was saying this to Dave, and we'll bring Dave on in a minute. He's actually behind the comments. Like, it seemed as well again when our moves were breaking down in that second half, it was just one long ball over the top, and that was it. You know, with a chance. We'll go through a couple of comments. Gary Johnson saying Blues are. I read your comment actually on the way back, Gary, and it made sense, man. So Gary's put Blues are going nowhere fast with this squad. They are an embarrassment. We'll wait for the same old excuses. It's harder against 10 men, though it's strange when we go down to 10 men and we fall apart. Yeah, man. My fingers are.
I mean, you know what they're going to say. You know, but we hit the woodwork 5 times. One of the, you know, they go in.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the fact remains we.
Oh, something's going wrong then. Sorry, it's all right. My finger's going wrong here. My comments and everything. Can you hear me now, Stu?
Yeah.
You can hear me all right, yeah? I don't know what's going on with this. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, Jamie's saying this is on Davis. What the fuck? Them subs he brought on playing. What a left back. then playing Vicente right back. I noticed that as well. And I was kind of thinking at least he's trying something different, but because he wanted to keep the attackers on, I think, James. Then taking Stano off and putting Prisk on his own. Yeah, Sheffield United showing how you play with 10 men. I mean, Gary's saying both managers need replacing, along with the recruitment and the scouts. Get people in who know what they are doing, because this lot are embarrassing and dopey. And I mentioned this on a podcast I was on the other night about, and Dave will kind of like back me up on this. Have we overrated these? Take Dave off. Why is he? Have we overrated these January signings, Stu?
It's difficult, isn't it? But I think over the course of the season, mate, like the what you hear coming back from like other supporters when we've been there and they've played this is like, you're underperforming, you're overplaying it. You've got a talented squad. You should have beat us. And it's just, I do think we've got a good squad. I do think we've got some good players in there. But mate, I just don't know. I mean, I was thinking the other day, like, you know, that first game when Wagner played for us against, excuse me, Coventry, he was on fire, you know, getting past over the halfway line, getting balls in, you know. And I'm like, on the last couple of games where he's played, I haven't really seen him across the halfway line, I don't think. Be interesting to see his touch map and heat map for like the last couple of appearances that he made. And I think it's kind of the same for other players, and that makes you think, like, if an awful lot of people are saying that it looks like he's overcoaching the team, is that in fact like what's actually happening? I mean,
yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, I noticed that with Wagner as well. The only kind of thing I can put it down to is the last few games he's been injured. But is that an excuse for not getting us forward as he was, like you mentioned, Stu? Because he came in and almost after a couple of days he was thrown into the squad, and he was bombing up and down that left hand side. And I wonder if Davis has gone, look, you need to fucking calm down. You're going too forward. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the thing is, it falls on the manager's head, man. As much as I was thinking, I was looking and I was thinking, I don't know what else we do to break these down. And it might sound mad, and someone might have the answers in the comments or whatever. I was just thinking, I don't know what else we do. They're sat really compact. So obviously behind the ball deep. We were trying to get balls into the box. So there's no one in the box to get onto the balls. I think our two number sixes, Pakin and Water, are far too deep for me. They just lay it off, and then they just don't do anything else. There's no runs into the box when we've played it out wide. They're definitely two number sixes what just sit. You know, it's a little. Doyle was a little bit explosive a couple of times I've seen. Just nothing seemed to work, mate. Nothing seemed to work, man.
Well, I mean, the what I was watching, I think it was the Blues commentators, and they was just saying, mate, you know, not moving the ball fast enough, poor decision making in the final third, you know, and you heard it over and over and over and over again, and that was just today. So, you know,
okay.
When Dimmy got the ball, there was a couple of times where he stood there and he's stationary, mate. And it's like he's dwelling on the ball here. I'm like, you know, time's ticking, mate. Come on, lay it off to someone. You've got Panzer, I think, was making overlapping runs on the left. Duck was calling for it a couple of times inside the box, and he just takes it upon himself and, you know, looking for the worldie, looking for the match winner, and it's just like, I think, like we've kind of touched on it before, mate. There's been a few instances when the players look like a little bit too selfish, as if like they're trying to get the headlines, they're trying to get the Facebook glory post or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead of like playing the percentages, sometimes looking for that ball in, looking for the speed. You know, they've got 10 men. There's going to be gaps. You know,
Yeah.
and if you've got the ball on the edge of the area, mate, and you stood with your foot on it, it gives them time to organise, don't it? You know, if you play the ball and move, someone else moves, someone else plays the ball and moves, or someone else gets the ball and moves with the ball. It's too static. It's too slow.
Too static in it, yeah. The forwards are not moving. There's not enough players getting in the box when we're getting balls into the box.
Yeah. Or if we are getting players in the box, then we're getting the wrong type of balls in the box.
Yeah.
The corners, mate, so annoying. They're all the same.
I know.
Out of the same playbook. There's for me, mate. I don't know about you. Me and you are pretty much the same age, and I don't know how old Dave is either. But I like to see corners that are laid off to the edge of the box, played along the ground. Sometimes you've got a man hanging out there, play the ball from the corner, aiming for the penalty spot, so you're not trying to drop it on the goalkeeper's head all the time, because it's just too goddamn predictable.
You know what it is though, and I've never come on here, but I agree with a lot of the things that you lot say. Who's it? A-Roy04, I think my YouTube name is.
Yeah, A-Roy, yeah. Hi, mate. You're right. Go on, carry on, sorry.
Yeah, I'm all right. The thing is, right, and obviously you lot are a bit older than me, but I'm 21. So going into this season, all I wanted was mid-table. You know, we haven't finished higher than 17th in the championship since I was doing my SATs. Let's put it like that. We've been shit. Let's be honest, right? Davis is not the guy. I don't. After today, I'm done, man. Davis is not the guy.
Okay.
He's not.
I think this is what we're saying.
The fact that we chased Neumann for a year and now he doesn't get a start, and we've got ASAP Rocky at centre back coming on in for Robinson, Jonathan Panzer. You know, mate. James Beadle, I think, as much as fans don't want to admit it, I think he was brilliant today.
I think you're right, mate. He was brilliant today, but you know, he saved a penalty.
Not the answer,
mate. You get props for that.
No. He's not the answer. He's not the answer. But I think
he had performance. So yeah.
It's like with Dutch. It's like with Dutch. I don't think Dutch is good enough, but that free kick was brilliant.
I don't think he's the answer going into next season either. But I take your point. He just pops up with the goals, and he Dutch.
My ideal midfielder, I know obviously Dutch isn't an 8, but my ideal midfielder is Kieftenbeld. If you actually remember, Kieftenbeld wasn't technically a good player, but we all loved him because he got stuck in. He's overplayed Paik, Iwata, Stansfield and Clara.
Yeah.
So now they're tired. We can all see it. Clara's tired. He's done. Yeah. His legs are going. Same with Iwata. Iwata was playing at left back.
Yeah. I think he was trying to get as many attackers on as he could.
It's not.
Side to right back in there.
Yeah, I think you're one of the most unbiased Blues channels, and even you've said it's not good enough, man. He's got to go. He's got to go. I think he will go at the end of the season, to be fair, and it's who we bring in because I want the new manager to have a fresh start.
What do you think on the recruitment, brother?
Over the summer, if I'm honest, when we signed players like Kyogo and Fujimoto, I was doing backflips. I was gassed. I was like, yeah, we signed Kyogo. I was watching all the TikTok clips and being like, yeah. I even put a bet on him being the top scorer in the championship.
Yeah.
Guess how much I'll win if I cash out now?
A penny. About a penny.
5p.
I've got a question for you. How much did you put on?
£100, mate.
Oh, shit.
I was speaking to someone else who had that same bet as well, you know. Don't know how much you today. I seen him at the game today.
I mean,
And we signed. I think all the signings at the start, like from September, at the start of September, we all looked at that and thought, yeah, what a transfer window. Now that we look at it, we think we didn't sign another left back, which I think everyone said we should have signed a left back in the summer.
Yeah.
We didn't sign a physical midfielder, which we all know that's what you need in the Championship. I mean, look at the wonders that who's that midfielder for Coventry?
Redone.
Onyeka.
Yeah.
Look at what Onyeka's done.
What do you think of Solis? What have you made of Solis so far?
I think he's brilliant. He's not going to be the finished product at 21, is he?
No.
It's like with Osman. I think Osman's good at everything but shooting. But if he was good at shooting, he wouldn't be at Blues. He'd be playing for Brighton. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't be us. Like Solis, I've heard a rumour that we're going to sign him for 8 million. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
Come on, he's 21. He's played in the Champions League. He's a very, very good player. It's just we need someone in the middle next to him that isn't burnt out like Paik is. And I really like Paik. But the manager's clearly got favourites. I mean, did you see the clip on YouTube where he said he doesn't have favourites? He's asking for our fans to just nibble at that.
Yeah.
As for the 10, I know obviously I'm not Craig Gardner, but Alfie Devine. We need to be looking at someone like Alfie Devine. Yeah, he's brilliant, man. We need to be looking at these type of players in the summer that we can say, look, we've got this new manager. Who would you have as the manager next season?
Stu, do you want to answer that?
Mate, first of all, you've raised some, for me, some great points.
Yeah.
Just I'm sick of I'm sick of it, man. We're gonna lose against Derby next week, aren't we? Dion Sanderson's gonna score. I'm telling you.
See it in the stars. I've kind of thought that these 3 games, like ending in the Derby one and going on to the international break, if you're going to get rid of him, I'd get rid of him then, personally, and then get someone either in interim with a view to them taking over full time, or mate, I was even saying to my mum, right, this is what it's like. I'm even like, just get rid of the fucking lot of them, right, and just go, okay, lads, go and play football.
Yeah.
What the fuck have you got to lose? Go and play the football that you want to go and play. You've played with each other for either the season or since Christmas, or in some cases, like since League One. Some of these players,
the biggest problem today, Vicente coming on at right back. Now, Vicente against Oxford, against Norwich, when he come on against West Brom and against Leicester, was brilliant. He now looks scared to lose the ball.
He does, yeah.
He looks scared. I don't know why. This manager is like you were saying, Wagner against Swansea, against Coventry, and against Cambridge. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it's like he's killing them, mate. This is, some fans don't want to hear it. Some fans are thinking it. Some, whatever your opinions, it's all valid. But it is getting as if he's killing the players. He's killing their flair, their creativity, how they want to play.
Done it, Patrick Roberts, mate. Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, who was that Sunderland manager, the one that used to be our scout? The guy that brought through Mike Dodds.
Mike Dodds, yeah.
I have a mate who's a Sunderland fan, and he said even he was getting more out of Patrick Roberts than Chris Davies is.
Yeah.
While we're in the Championship, we have to start Patrick Roberts. There's no 2 ways about it. If we get to the Premier League, I don't think he's good enough with what these owners want. Why not try him in the 10 against Derby? Why not just mix it up a bit? We've got nothing to play for now.
We had this conversation a couple of weeks ago about we kind of both agreed that the playoffs were out of reach now. I think it might have been after the Charlton game, might have been after the Middlesbrough game, and we were saying what do we want to see now out of these last 10, 11 games? And I was saying I want to see some tactical flexibility, playing Roberts in the 10 or Damari Gray in the 10. Switching it around a bit, get the 2 6s in the 8 position. They're too deep for me. They don't make any runs into the box.
Yeah, like Doyle. Why was Doyle so deep?
I know.
Like, I don't think we all realise right now Chris Davis will be on the phone to Tom Wagner and Tom Wagner will be losing it. We've all seen the Amazon documentary. I mean, do you remember that episode against Reading where Tom Wagner was on the phone to Brady and he was screaming at him? I thought that was a good point. First day of League One against Reading. He will be getting shouted at. It's just Davis doesn't take it on. And Davis will be a decent manager one day, but he's not. We need to get to the Premier League. We've got a big stadium coming. Let's be honest, we're going to be in the Premier League within the next 3 to 5 years. It's just Davis isn't that guy. And this season was a decent time to do it because the Championship isn't as strong as it's going to be next year. Yeah. You got Burnley coming down, who for some reason always finish top 2. You got Wolves coming down, who have a brilliant squad, although they'll lose players. And whoever comes down in 18th will win the league.
And I mean, the thing about Wolves as well, mate, is like they've picked up some good results lately. So they're going to be.
And Rob Edwards is a top Championship manager.
Next year, they're going to be like, let's take it on.
That's what I mean. And I don't think fans realise it. I feel like if we would have stayed upright, I know it's whatever, in that season with Rooney, this would have been the season where we would have gone up because of how weak the league is. And I'm not saying that, but it just kind of shows how like shit the league is when we are terrible. Right, we are terrible. But until a couple of weeks ago, we had a chance to get in playoffs.
It's the weakest championship for many years.
Yeah, 100%.
We kind of knew this going into this season that this is and with the backing as well. You kind of thought, this is going to be our season. You did mention when you came on about finishing 10th and it's a building season and stuff like that when you first came on. So are you still of that mindset of like? I mean, like I was thinking about this as well. Like, what do we add to this squad for next season? Because this squad isn't clearly not good enough. Is it a matter of adding to the squad or just getting a new manager?
Oh, if I was Craig Gardner right now, I would tell you the positions I'd be looking at and the type of players. Victor Johansson from Stoke, straight away. Austin Trusty from Southwick. There's a big Danish midfielder that I can't even say his name. Just players like that. We need a bit of a mix. We need players between the age of 21 and 29. We need some championship experience. I mean, look at what's happened to Kyogo. He scored 2 in 3 and now can't even get a look in. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. This is what made me laugh the other day when the club posted something on Facebook.
The Japanese thing. Oh,
yeah, the 3 Japanese players like all on the pitch. And mate, I don't comment much on Facebook and that, but even mate, I was incensed, and I put a comment saying, albeit for about 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, what we've done to Fujimoto is disgusting.
Yeah,
like I'd like to see him. Go on,
I was just going to say he's got a history with this. Look at Yokoyama. Look at some of the other players. They've come in, and this is again what makes a lot of fans kind of think, well, he's overcoaching them because they show the creativity, they show the flair, they show like,
and it gets coached out of them.
Yeah, and if it ain't coached out of them, and they resist that, then they're out the door.
It's like Keshi Anderson said in that interview, they weren't allowed to fully enjoy League One, the League One winning season, and I knew we weren't.
You're right, Dave. Are you coming on?
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
All right, let's do it.
The biggest problem with us, it's fine. The biggest problem with us is we are not the best League One team ever. Although we got 111 points, that Ipswich team would smash us. They would. We won League One last year because we were just better than everyone else. That's all it was.
Yeah, there's a comment here about the recruitment, man. I'd like to see a new recruitment team. I would. I'm not happy with Craig Gardner. Our recruitment our recruitment has been awful, in my opinion. When you look how far this team is off it, and and how much has been spent on it, and it's actually shocking. And I do, man. I mean, I know Augustus Prisk is a young kid, and he's one for the future, but he just looks way off it. I'm talking like he wouldn't even fit into a League Two side. Do you know what I mean? There's like being with some players, you can see that they're going to be a good player. With this Augustus Prisk, he's all over the shop.
What I would do, right, if I was whoever the manager is next year, I would loan out August Prisk to a lower championship team, say like a Preston. Now with Craig Gardner, if I was Tom Wagner right now, I would call. I don't care how ill he is. I would do it just for the jokes. I would call Craig Gardner into my office and say, "Get out, man."
Yeah.
We need a new head of How are we spending 60 million and we're what 12th? We're 9th, sorry. And it's not the fact that we're 9th, it's we're not showing anything different before Christmas.
Do you think it's the club's reliance on data and data driven?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh mate, I'll happily say it, I'm old school. I'm like, you identify players for a role, and then people go out and scout them, or the manager's aware of them and have seen them, and other people have seen them, and you're aware of what they're going to bring to the team as a whole, and you go after that individual. And I think that's what Wrexham and that have done, ain't they?
Yeah.
Let's look at it like this, right?
To get them where they go.
Let's look at it like this, right? From all the players that we have now, remember we was promised from Craig Gardner and everyone, we will sign players who are ready for the Premier League. From all the players we have now, how many of them would you be comfortable starting in the Premier League 11?
Not many at all.
2.
Maybe a push 2 or 3. Yeah.
I think as much as I like Stansfield is the most. I'm not going to say overrated, but I remember having a conversation with one of our fans saying that he was better than Lee Watkins. And the fan was telling me that with a straight face, and I told him Stansfield is a very good player, but he's a very good presser of the ball, but for 15 million we want a 20 goal a season striker.
We've had our hands down.
But then is he having to play and do a role that it's stifling him?
See, that's why I'm not going to have a go at Stansfield, because for me, I would sign another two number 10s in the summer and see how many goals he gets by January. If not, Josh Sargent, man.
I mean, Johnny Wheeler's. Sorry, I just want to get into some comments, guys. Johnny Wheeler's, usually commented, and he's one of my Patreons. If you want to help out the channel, guys, there is a super chat and a super thanks, and there's the join button as well. Also, just hit the like button and the subscribe bell to help out the channel. So John's usually level-headed. So he's put, I'm so sorry, but I need to vent here. That was absolutely fucking shit. They couldn't press when they had 11 men, and then when they went down to 10, we gave them all the space in the world. Did you watch the game today, brother?
Me, I went to the game.
Oh, you went to it as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's what it is, right? It's at the start of the season, right? I can't lie to you, because I'm being a Blues fan throughout my childhood was embarrassing. It was. I'm growing up, right, around glory hunters who are seeing Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool winning things. And I'm thinking, when will my time come? When these owners come in, I was like, yeah, we're going to win this, we're going to win that. And you know what? We probably still, I think we will win things in the future, of course.
Yeah.
But it's now. I want something now.
We couldn't even beat Peterborough in the final, mate.
Oh, mate, don't get me started on that day.
Yeah.
Oh. Only Blues, right, would take 50,000 to Wembley and lose.
Shocking. That day was just a nightmare all round, for me personally and for Blues. I think it was just a shocker.
The weather was horrible. The day was just shit. And it's like, I don't know if you don't know this, but there is a season 2 of the Amazon documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard there's going to be another one coming out. I haven't seen anything about it.
What's gonna be in it? That's
I think half of it, mate. To be honest, is going to be on the cutting room floor. I think they'll censor it.
in the stadium.
But that's going to be a big part of it, isn't it? The stadium reveal.
Yeah, this season's just a letdown, man.
Do you think it was? Do you think it was a good thing for them to reveal the stadium like mid-season when they did?
Yeah.
You think that was all right? Because like,
yeah,
I don't know, mate. Like when they did it, I'm like, perhaps they should have waited until the end of the season, or
I feel like, especially at that Norwich game, you can see it perked up the players a little bit. Like realistically, there's only 1 or 2 players that could play in that stadium. From that, I think Stansfield and Clara maybe, if Stansfield is playing for England at that point. I don't think people realise what that stadium's going to do to us. You know, it's going to have us on a level where we're going to be attracting players that we've never attracted before. We're going to be attracting better players than them lot. And I think some of our fans are too sentimental. Like Damari Gray, brilliant player, but today he was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't know.
What about Damari's performance today? Sort of done your head in then a little bit.
It's the fact that now, like Damari Gray is he's a Brummie and he's a Blue Nose, so he'll be sat there on the bench knowing how pissed off our fans are getting because he's seen it. He's seen all of this. And it's the fact that he was cutting in, he was taking stupid shots, he weren't crossing the ball. I mean, there was a chance, I think with about 5 minutes to go, he had 5 or 6 seconds to cross the ball in, did he? No, he waited.
Stood with his foot on the ball, man.
And that's a Premier League winner. I know he won the Premier League at a very young age, but Damari Gray.
Ryan says sorry, Gray was a waste of
experience.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be looking, as I said to Nick, like, he tried that pretty much same shot 4 or 5 times, and I was just thinking, you ain't got your shooting boots on, mate. Why aren't you laying it off to someone?
I do think the atmosphere at Blues now is terrible. Like as much as it's not what it used to be. Like my dad tells me the stories of the early 2000s when we was beating Villa 3-0. Like I just wish I could go back to that because now I think you said it before. The slow keeper on, and it's just everything around the ground just sort of sucks it away a little bit. The Americanization, and I mean we're gonna get that, aren't we?
I think we just have to move with the times. I understand what you're saying, and it's a shame you've missed out on them eras because you will never get them back. And to move with the times and get into the Premier League, we need owners like this, and like you mentioned about the American, getting Americanized, and Tom Brady and all that. It's quite sickening, really, when you think about it.
Mate,
but
don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted, right? When we get to the Premier League, I will, mate. I'd call football soccer if it meant us getting to the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't care. I had a bet on with one of my mates that if we get promoted this year, I'll get Tom Brady tattooed on my leg. That's not happening.
It's mad as well. You talk to Premier League fans. I mean, I've got a couple of Villa fans, and they're just and other fans. They're just sick of it. They're sick of it. It's full of like the ground is full of like tourists. Yeah, it's really expensive. I mean, I think it's just getting to the Premier League is the good part of it in my eyes.
Yeah, but do you also think that, right? Because the other day I went to the club shop and I seen a grown man wearing a Man United top. Do you think that's part of the problem? He was opposite the Blues ground wearing a Man United top, and I was looking at him thinking, like, that's the one thing that, like, mate.
I think I think we'll see less of that as go on, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Oh, do you think they'll cross over and start supporting us?
Nice one, Ian. Hopefully, I think that's what
if we could become hugely successful, maybe you will get that element though, won't you? It will cross over. I mean,
we will get glory hunters as well.
Yeah, mate. Like you were saying, and Nick might be the same here, mate. When I mean, I was born in 75, so that shows you how old
you really
I am.
had the best. You really had the best years, didn't you? Jesus Christ.
Mate. When I was at school, like younger school, everyone was like Liverpool. So it must have been in like early to mid 80s. Everyone was like Liverpool fans, United fans, this, that, and the other. And like you, mate, I kind of felt a bit ashamed to be like a blue nose.
Yeah.
But then
same.
The way I look at it now, I'm like, mate, they were from like the same, born and raised in the same town I was. They never used to go to Liverpool or any of these.
Yeah, that's what annoys me. That's what annoys me as well. Like,
I've got mates who are my age and they're like Liverpool fans or they're United fans, and I'm like, but you've never been there. They're not your local team. You weren't born to be a bloody Liverpool fan. Most blue noses, mate, they say they're born of blue and they'll die of blue. And that's it.
They aren't made, they're born.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like my dad. My dad pretty much forced me to be a Blues fan. He took me to my first game and said, listen, I think we lost as well, which kind of says it all. He said, listen, you're going to support this club, and if you don't support this club, you are not my son.
Yeah.
And like growing up through the years, I think the best thing that ever happened to us was, I think my best moment as a Blues fan, before obviously these owners, was that Davies goal against Villa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could go into school. Yeah, I could go into school and I was like, yeah, we didn't win, but we didn't lose. But I just hope that like the next generation of Blues fans can be proud to walk around the city in a Blues top and not have them not laugh at them and say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's
I think those days are coming, mate. But and this is after finger though. It's the frustration because they've kind of sold it that it's going to happen this year, and the vast majority of Blue Noses are all right with it not happening this year. But
it's got to happen next year.
Let's see something, mate. Let's see.
All right, we've got 8 games left. What do you think would be? Because these owners would be looking at telling Davis, right? If you end the season respectably, we'll give you a shot next year. How many games do you think he has to win to get the start of next season?
Nick?
6. I think 6.
And
5 or 6.
No, that's not.
No, but I think that's what they'll expect. I think because he's got a really sticky patch now, and with Wrexham kind of like dropping point. I know they won the other night, but they dropped points last week, and how weak the league's been, and I'm sure, it's the information is going to filter back to them of how weak the league's been, and what an opportunity we've missed, and how strong the championship's going to be next season. I think he's got his work cut out, mate, to keep his job. He's going to have to pull something out of the bag. I mean, we've got to go to Ipswich away. We've got to go to Hull away. We've got to
go to Portsmouth away on the last game of the season, which could be a big game for them.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and and a few big home games. So I don't know, mate. I think 6 wins and a draw. You can afford a loss, 1 or 2 losses. I don't know.
Right. Can I say what I genuinely think is going to happen?
Yeah, crack on.
We're going to lose next week against Derby. We're going to draw against Blackburn. Blackburn are too physical for us. You've seen that at Millwall. If they can go to Millwall and win, I know our fans will be laughing and saying, we got Blackburn. We'll draw that game. We'll lose against Ipswich. I think we'll scam a win against Wrexham. I think we'll lose against Hull, draw against Preston. I think we'll beat Bristol City and then lose against Portsmouth. How many points is that? 8 or 9?
Yeah.
Which ultimately will have us finishing about 11th. Yeah. Which then you're looking at that first Monday after the end of the season when a lot of our fans would have thought, you know what, at the start of the season, they would have thought that Monday would be like the Monday before a playoff semi-final. It's not going to be that. The playoffs, I don't think people are forgetting, the playoffs next year are, 6 teams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
if we can't get in there, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Right, before I let you go, brother,
Yeah.
I just want to read this comment out, and I want your opinion on this, and you, Stu, because this is what I can't get my head around. So John's saying, he's feeling better now. He's had a BO. We go again against Derby. Keep right on. I was saying the defence of Chris Davis. He was screaming at them to get the ball forward, but they just don't know how to. And that's how it seems to me. Like they just don't know. They don't know. They haven't got the football intelligence how to break a team down. You know. And I'm not sticking up for Chris Davis because I've pretty much had enough of him myself. I really like the guy. I want it to work out.
See,
But
this is the thing. Sorry for interrupting you. This is the thing. Every time I get mad at Chris Davis, I go on the Amazon documentary and I see how he is as a dad. He is exactly what I want as a manager. He's a family man. He's a nice guy. He can also be a bit of a you know what. But I think the coaches round him are yes men.
Yeah.
Like the coaches round him need to say to him, "Listen, Chris, this isn't going right. We need to do this."
Yeah.
He's always going to shout at the players because that's the type of manager he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
But it's just disappointing, man. And when Deion Sanderson scores in the 90th minute next week, so I genuinely will put my head through my TV.
I hope not. I'm going to that game, man, as well.
I'm telling you, it's set up for a Deion Sanderson masterclass. I don't even think he's paying for him as well. If Deion, do you remember what Bielik did to us the last time we went to Derby?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I was at that game as well.
If Deion Sanderson does that, I swear to. And also, what's it? Obviously, I've been on Twitter recently, and I've seen fans having a go at vloggers.
Yeah, apparently I've heard a bit about this as well. One guy in particular, like having a go at singling one person out and giving them some.
Yeah. Now that vlogger, obviously, I think he was on about Tommy Cowsall. Tommy Cowsall is the best blues vlogger, and we're going to a time now where if we want to be the club that these owners want us to be, we've got to change. Our fans have got to change. We've got to realise it's not the 1970s anymore. You can't just punch someone up if you don't like what they say. It's like at the Stoke game, Nick. I don't know if you've seen this, but fans were fighting each other.
Yeah.
As Tom Magner was watching.
Yeah. I was there, yeah.
But that was happening down at the Wembley last year, though. Apparently there was blue on blue fights.
Yeah.
And it looks bad on Tom Magner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it don't look great.
Bad on Tom. It looks bad on the club, mate. It looks bad on the fans. It don't look great all round. You can all have your disagreements and that, but when you know...
Yeah, but ultimately, if you don't like someone's football opinion enough to punch them or to have a fight with them, football's not the sport for you. Try ballet dancing. Try pool.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah, try support them down the road.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know whether like some of the online stuff, mate, isn't actually Blues fans. Whether it's just people fishing.
Some of the online stuff, it is a lot of Blues fans that don't go to games and have no thing of going to games. Like it is like I don't know, for that guy to have a go at a vlogger who puts his money into the club, he buys the t-shirts, he follows the club up and down the country. He's from a part of the country that isn't Blues. So ultimately, fair play to him for supporting us. I live 3 miles away from the stadium and I hate supporting this team.
Yeah.
It's not that. Yeah. Like that guy
I've always said about that Twitter is really toxic, man. Because they can't they've got false names and they go on the Twitter handles and it's really vicious, man. I did hear about that. I was on a podcast the other day and before we went live, because I didn't know about it. I didn't even know about what he was going on about.
Yeah.
And, the guy whose podcast it was telling me about it. And he didn't really go into much detail, but it sounded like really fucking vicious and kind of like
he was having a go at him for being northern. Now I don't know Tommy Cowsall that well. I don't know him, but all I know is he's a fan. who goes to the games. He pays to go to these away games, which fair play to him because we are terrible away from home. So what, mate? We should be giving plaudits for him for supporting us. He could support Man United and not be a glory up there.
Yeah. And a lot of people do give him his plaudits. I mean, the club recognises what they do.
They all deserve it, honestly. Everything
and stuff like that. It's just as ever, mate. It's the minority, isn't it?
Mate, there's one YouTube guy, right? And I don't know if you know who he is. That boils my blood. I'm gonna say the initials, and you know who I'm on about. It's a KRO and then TV.
Yeah. Nice.
That guy, oh my days. That guy, right? Yeah, we're not gonna go into that because
get it off your chest.
Mate, he's the worst blues vlog YouTuber. Mate, he might as well be a Villa fan. He doesn't have a Brummie accent, right? Which he doesn't. He slags off the players, which, I mean, even when we lose, right, I don't slag off the players as much as he does. We won on Wednesday and he still said, yeah, Davis out. Don't want him. Davis out. I hope we lose. Davis out.
I did see that one. It was a bit of a rant on Wednesday after the game, weren't it? He went on. So
he said, let's be honest, right? Wednesday, the second half was boring, but we won.
Yeah, it's 3 points in it. I mean, yeah. And the first half, like, the fucking stats were insane. I was saying to Stu, man, fucking 70-30 possession. Something like 12, 13 shots, 4 or 5 on target. I mean, don't. Yeah, someone put big up Tommy Carlson.
Yeah, big up.
Yeah, man. QPR were fucking woeful, man. I think that's one of the first worst teams. I've seen at St Andrews for 45 minutes. I mean, they come out a bit better the second half. They made a couple of substitutions, didn't they? But that was awful. But listen, I'm going to get Dave on now. So, is there anything else you want to say before I finish off, brother?
No, I just want to say, just keep it on. And when Dion Sanderson scores next week, guys, try not to break your TV or try not to break the seats because ultimately it's the club that'll get fined.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Nice one. Hopefully you bring it again. It was a great call, man.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Thank you.
Nice one, brother. Thank you. So, good call that was, wasn't it, Stu?
Yeah, man. Always nice to have a new caller, and yeah, mate. Like, good chinwag. So, I want to know what Dave's saying.
Yeah, let's get Dave. Let's see what Dave's saying, man. Dave, how are you, brother?
Hello, stupid. Honestly, Dave's a good caller, that was, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Should have kept him on. I've got fuck all to say. I think you've said a lot, haven't you? He's a really intelligent young lad, he was, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, and he knows the score. But what? They still think that we've had it worse, Dave. Dave's younger than me. No, Dave's older than me. I know he doesn't look it, but he is. Right.
Do you remember I was telling someone the other day, Dave, about...
You'd have been in the same year as me, Stu. He'd have been in the year above us.
Was he?
Yeah, 1974 I am. 7th October.
We was at a game a couple of years ago, Stu, and...
Someone thought it was your dad.
He was my old man.
I'll give him a bloody good clip round the ear hole, I tell you. Today's been shit, mate. Simple as that. I was just looking at like the players, and you were like who we bought in, and it's been a really bad window, hasn't it? Because is Kai Wagner considered like a part of this window? He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think that he was the only decent signing. I like Vicente's nastiness. I like him. But Solly's just been called. I think he's a bit sluggish myself. I know what you mean. Give him a chance. Obviously, he's 21. But I can't see what everyone else sees. I think he's a bit clumsy. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
You love him, but I can't. I just think he's
a good player in there, Dave.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, but it's not for now, is it? Nor's that Prisk.
Prisk's definitely not now.
No, you've got to send them off like that kid. Was it you who said it's stupid, or That other geezer.
Geezer.
Just send him off to somewhere, to Preston or whatever. That's what we need to do with those two. But, you know, what do I know? You've said a lot tonight, Dave. And I've agreed with pretty much all of it. I mean, the only thing I could think of when I was like going through it was like, who are you going to get rid of next season? Because we've got to get rid of some of these players. Who would you keep even? That's a better question, isn't it? I've just been looking at the website and the players. And Damari Gray had a shit game today, didn't he?
Yeah.
His crossing was shit, man.
For next season then, Dave?
Right, so I've got the players up here. That's what I was looking down. I was only eating blueberries anyway, by the way. Ryan Allsop, I'll keep him as a reserve. Would you?
Yeah.
I'll keep him as a second keeper. I'll be looking to offload Beadle, and I'll be looking to get a good keeper in. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you, Stu, with Beadle?
Well, I'll keep Allsop, mate. Beadle.
Yeah, it's got to go in there.
The season, but yeah, not for me.
Laird,
like a more
definitely
senior.
keep him.
Yeah,
Laird, wouldn't you? I thought he played all right today.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Panzo because I must need better glasses on this because every time I saw him on the ball, he just looked a bit frightened. Buchanan, nah. What's that thing you say, Dave? When he's
the whole team, let's just pick a few who you.
All right then. Well, go through the ones that John Solis I would keep, but he's not the finished article by any means. Kyogo's got to go. I think we've ruined him, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think we've ruined an already struggling player.
Yeah,
I think he came in on a low ebb, and instead of building his confidence by playing him solidly from the start of the season, I think he's just fucked him up completely.
Yeah, I'll play devil's advocate on this. So he did get a good run of games where I think he had 5, maybe 6 games and a couple of sub starts. But he played him for a run of games, and the fans were behind him at every game, and he still couldn't hit the back of the net.
Yeah, but there was a player for Everton, mate, and he didn't score until he played fucking 17 or 18 games, I think it was, until he finally bloody scored. I'm at a loss, mate. But I tell you who I'd have, and I want him back ASAP. I don't want him sold. I don't want him loaned out elsewhere. And this is why. And I think he'll only come back if CD's gone. And that's Leonard, mate. I think we missed him.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I love Leonard.
Yeah. But I think there's a contingent of the Blue Noses, mate. Some of them don't rate him. But I do.
Do you know he's playing number 10 at Hearts as well? He's playing in that 10 position.
And doing well, no doubt, I guess.
Doing really well, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Well,
another, is it CD or is it the player?
Well, it's the thing. He's done what's his name? He went to Portsmouth. Keshy Anderson. Did you see that interview with him when he signed? He said there was a bad vibe in the dressing room at Blues.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. I heard about it, but I've not actually seen it, Dave, to be honest. Yeah. I've heard like an awful lot about it. I mean, it's like Lyndon Dykes, in it, you know, down at Charlton, apparently banging on Davis's managerial door and whatever. And whatever went on down there went on, didn't it? It's just, you know, there's so many things that are starting to, I think, sway people's opinions a little bit.
Yeah.
As much as we don't really want it to be, but...
Yeah, I'm going to say something now about, after the QPR win, Davies went onto the pitch and went up to Robinson, give Robinson a hug, and went to go and give Neumann a hug, and Neumann completely blanked him.
Can you blame him?
No. I'm not saying anyone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That, but you know, there's an argument.
It raises questions.
Yeah. Questions of is he losing the dressing room? You know, there's unhappy players in the dressing room, which is good. And And I was of the opinion that when he did drop Newman, I thought he deserved dropping. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think Newman was playing well. When he dropped him after that Albion game, and he was giving the ball away, fucking left, right, and centre. And another signing which we thought was going to be amazing. We'd waited
season for him.
6 months for this guy to come through the door, and he's just not lived up to any expectations. You know, we touched on Kyogo. Your man said who was on earlier, phoned in earlier. You know, we was all creaming our pants about it.
Yeah.
You know, I remember watching that show really and being like, "What? We've got this guy." You know,
well, we want them to win. We want them to be good so badly, and it just seems like there's something going on in the club, isn't there? Jack Robinson pissed me off today a little bit. I think, do you know he was captain of Sheffield United? Conspiracy theory coming up.
Oh no, I'm not having that. Someone said that at half time, and I was like, oh,
yeah, but like, it is stupid. But why did he pick the ball up?
He did. Well, he didn't pick it up, did he? He put his hand on it.
He thought it was out, didn't he? We completely missed it, didn't we, Dave?
Yeah. I'm just going on second-hand information.
So as I remember, what happened was, right, Beadle's got the ball on the left side of his of the box, looking towards obviously the railway. He's picked it up, or he's got it in his hands, right, and he's put it on the floor, and he's like rolled it to him.
Yeah.
Right? Then he's moved the ball with his feet to the corner of the 6-yard box, and then he's put his hand on it because they think, right, the ball's dead. You know, he thinks like, oh, it's not in play, but like Beadle putting the ball down and rolling it to him, the ref and that obviously, for me, see it as it's back in play. So he's moved the ball to the edge of the 6-yard box, and then he's put his hand on it. So then, like, they're all going like, whoa, and the referee's just blowing and pointing to the spot.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen on the replay. That's what I'm sort of like saying. So, yeah. It's just the fact that on top of the ball.
Can you get it up there?
I'm going to have a look on Twitter now, see if we can get it up, because I completely...
So I've got a question for Dave.
Go on then, mate.
T-shirt today, Dave?
What's that?
What's on your T-shirt today?
South Park and Blues Kicks. You said?
Yeah.
It's class A. I've got loads of this sort of stuff. I've got a black to give away.
Ooh,
maybe we'll do it next time though, Dave, because...
Yeah.
You see it?
Is that blue and gold?
Yeah.
Nice.
I wanted to do it like what I said to you at the ground, Dave, about the certain callers or something. If people call in like that young fella did, and just randomly do it, you know, all the people that come on, they've got a chance of winning, apart from me, obviously, and you, Dave.
Winning what? Sorry, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's only about £2 this. Don't look £2, I'll tell you. Looks class.
More in postage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
I just want to have a look at their goal because also I missed this as well, guys.
Oh,
I just wanted to have a look at the share this tab instead. Is that shared?
Yeah. Can't see it though, can now. Peter was farting around, wasn't he?
Let's have a look at their goal a minute.
He was off for a pint, Dave.
Oh, wow, I don't drink, do I?
Oh, yeah.
This is what I was saying about these. You know what I was saying to you, Dave, about one ball in the ring? Look.
Yeah. Takes us about an hour to get up to the top of that. But go back a bit again. I want to see what Beadle was up to.
He was diving like a starfish, mate. It was awful goalkeeping again. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, what? Fuck's sake. Daz reckons that's not his fault. He reckons that Bamford just... No, I reckon that was his fault, don't you?
Well, he didn't do great, did he?
Nah,
Yeah.
I think saved the penalty. I think he played better than he normally plays. So I don't want to give him too much of a hard time. And Bamford is a good player, isn't he? But come on, man, we've got to beat them. Like they got 10 men.
Yeah. Well,
So
I had a drink for a while. Cheers.
What's that?
I was just answering Chews's
sorry.
thing there. But did Nick say he doesn't drink? And I said I ain't had a drink for a good while now.
No, I don't.
So you have anything else, Danny, before it take you off?
Yeah. It's just a very disappointing day. There's not really that much to say, is there? We are not going up, no matter what Shay says. We're not going up. We're staying down, and we need to think seriously about whether we replace Davies or not. Davies, I think he could worm himself into Wagner giving him like the first half of the season next year. I do. I really hope I'm wrong. I've got nothing against him, just like you, Dave. I think he's a nice fella, and he did a wonderful job last year, even though the football was a bit boring at times. But I think we need freshening up, don't we? If we're going to have a go at this championship, we need freshening up, mate. What do you think?
Stu?
Yeah, for me, mate, I'm just getting to the feeling that he's brought us as far as he can with tactics and team selection and everything else. I'm just getting a bit. I wouldn't say disheartened because I still buy into the project and the long-term goals and that, but I'm just like with everything that's been going on and stuff that I'm hearing and that, I just think he's just perhaps not the guy for us.
Yeah. I think there's more and more people are saying it now as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
And
like a lot of people, mate, I'm not happy about saying it. I'd rather be fucking singing his praises and it'll be fucking brilliant and playoffs or we're in second.
It's the same with the players as well. You want them to do well so badly, don't you? And you don't want them to fuck up. And like you said, all that geezer said about not criticising the players. This is the place to do that, though, isn't it? Sorry.
If I was seeing the performances, tell me if you're the same as well, both of you. But if I see the performances, if I see the effort, if I see the drive and the hard work, and we're still in getting the results, but we've played well and we've given it to them, fine, fair enough. You hold your hands up and say you got done. But if you're looking and you're just seeing that players are frustrated, fans are frustrated, management and the bench and the backroom team look inept at times and like woeful, rabbit in headlights, like what the fuck's going on? What do we do? Then it ain't going to be no different next year, is it?
No.
He had last year in League One. He's had this year in the Championship. It doesn't look as if he's learnt any lessons. Doesn't look as if he's being flexible in approach and selection. Well, tactics, laying the team out, formation, whatever you want to say, all of them, all of the above or whatever. And that's it. As Nick says, sometimes he seems set to die on this hill, don't he?
Yeah.
Selecting Beadle and selecting bloody Pake in Iwata, even though like Iwata's doing good in a role that he's perhaps not really. It's not what he's at the club for. Is it?
Yeah.
Pake's doing a job, even though his shoulder's probably about 30% of what it should be, and he
should have gone for that operation, shouldn't he?
He's playing with a shot. It's obvious he's playing with like shoulder support and brace on. Stano apparently has been suffering with an injury on and off throughout the season. Seems paramount to play him, but there still seems to be this conundrum about who am I going to put with him? Is he a 9? Is he a 10? Or just fucking let him run around all over the place and burn himself out?
Yeah,
I think we need to be a bit more professional, don't we? With like you were saying, when you, Dave, there being a set piece coach, maybe like a striker. I don't know, strikers coach. Because when Beatty was here, James Beatty, he worked wonders with
Shay Adams and Djukovic.
Yeah, and Djukovic, didn't he?
Yeah.
We need something like that because Shay. Stansfield's gone off the ball a bit, hasn't he? He needs to score some goals. He needs to. He does a lot, doesn't he, in a game? And he must be absolutely.
A lot, mate.
Yeah.
With his assists and his pressing and his running and the energy that he brings, mate. You know that's why they love him, innit? But
yeah,
if you're just telling him, I want you to go out and fucking run around like a headless chicken for like 70 minutes, then great. But that's not bringing him forward into making him a player, is it?
No, I totally agree.
Arguably, that season when we went down, was he a better player then? And if he was a better player then than he is now, then that says that the coaching's crap, surely.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. This is what, when he crossed that, it was like lambasted for saying not passing the ball to Prisk. Somebody somewhere is telling him to like be a bit more selfish, I think. And I think he does need to do that. I know he was selfish in that instance, but he's up and down the park, he's defending, and he's a striker, and Deutsch doesn't do that, does he? Deutsch just taps the goals in. A mad one, isn't it?
I think he does contribute, a bit more ducks, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just frustrating because you just think he hasn't found that, he hasn't got the right key to unlocking Stansfield.
Yeah.
I think perhaps, like I said, that season when we went down, at the end of the season, what did he score that season? 14, 15, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't in double figures yet, is he?
No. Deutsch is taking it. Deutsch, or whatever you call him, is taking all his goals, hasn't he? But anyway, I'm going to go now, Dave. It's nice to speak to you, Stupart. I'll speak to you, Dave. Everybody keep right on. That's it, really, isn't it, Dave? It's all good.
Nice one, Dave. Nice
and we're going to Derby as well, man. Can you believe that? We're going to Derby.
We'll see you next Saturday. Early kickoff, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll pick you up, mate.
Yeah. So nice one, bro. See you guys. Pardon?
Oh, it's an early kickoff.
It's an early kickoff, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. You're
going to rock up there at 3 o'clock, Dave.
Yeah. See you later, boy.
Nice one, mate.
So you got anyone else wanting to come on?
No, I'll post a link just quickly if anyone else wants to join on, because so it's in the bottom of the comments now, guys. If you press on that link, you'll come on and you join me and Stu. We're not going to go for much long. If you want to come on and have your say. So I was just thinking then, Stu, because I like the idea of sticking with a manager and not like, for a few seasons. I like that idea, and giving him the resources and stuff. Is there an argument of having the pre-season with him again? If he does okay to the end, and I bet everyone's going nuts now in the comments and listening to this. Is there an argument for keeping him and letting him have a full pre-season with these new players? And going again next season and maybe give him to the first or second international break? Or is that just wild?
I think it depends on what your version of his sanity is, mate, to be fair. If you want more insanity, keep on fucking doing it. Give him another transfer window. Give him another 6 months, give him another year. But like you, I want to see a manager that's going to be there. We've had a high turnover of managers, haven't we?
Yeah.
you know, since we left the Prem, and not 90% of them have been shit, mate. You know, Zola, Rooney, fucking some others. You know, they ain't been great. Some of them have come in and done a job here and there when they've needed to, steadied the ship and whatever. But yeah,
1 second, Stu, just getting the facts.
I think they're a bit of a dying breed, mate. Managers who stick with clubs for a prolonged amount of time. But I hope we find one. I hope we find a fucking good one.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, mate, I hope we find a manager. But I think they've got to get a manager in who gets the club a bit more, who gets the type of football that we want to see, who gets the results that we want, who gets the team playing and shows like a real togetherness with the team. I hope we find one, mate. I really do. Because that really is the key, isn't it? But the thing is, if the players aren't 100% behind him now, are they going to be 100% behind him come the start of the next season? Are they suddenly going to go, you know what? You're a great manager. Yeah, you're absolutely right about trying to beat it out of me, about running and coaching me. You're absolutely right. They ain't going to change their minds, are they?
Yeah.
So for me, the question is, when do you get rid of him? Who do you get in?
Yeah.
This ain't the cards anymore.
Yeah. It's just I know EMU games fucking can't stand him, man. Davies out, and I get it, man. Like I get it. I'm just like thinking, like what I'm thinking about is our squad as a whole, and we've got another call and coming on there. So what I was thinking, Stu, was that our squad as a whole, and how many of them are expecting to make the starting 11, and it's a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? So you got some upset players in our squad. And I wonder if that's going to change, or there's going to be players are going to want moving on in the summer. I don't know, because the likes of Newman, for instance, other players, what would have been expecting to start in the starting 11 are not starting. You're right, Steve. How are you, mate? Is it Steve?
How are you, mate? How are you? You all right?
Hi, Stevie Brooks. How are you, brother?
Listen, Stuart,
sorry, how are you, Stuart?
I haven't got words, bro. I'm sorry I haven't phoned you. I don't know. I couldn't stop crying, and it's not sadness; it's pure joy.
Oh, is it Steve? Painting Steve?
Yeah, painting Steve.
Now I know. Hello, mate.
Go on, carry on, Steve.
It's the most precious possession of my life, and I do not say that lightly. I had to move it into the lounge because every time I looked at it, I'd start crying. And I know that sounds a bit like whatever, and it's just pure joy, It's just so. I haven't got words. But anyway, these last two games, I don't know what to say.
Was you there today, Steve?
Yeah, and I had to wait. How long did I have to wait? Right, I've got a thing now. I don't go in until we score. So the other day, what was it, 5-10 minutes? Today I had to wait 25 minutes before I could come in. I don't know why I do it. It just works. You know what I mean? And like Mark was moaning and that, and I said the other day and I said, listen, we're just soon to be 1-0 up, and you've missed the goal, which you can see later anyway. And he's like, yeah. I said, stop fucking. Oh, sorry, stop moaning then. But yeah, today 25 minutes. But to be honest, the taxi got Well, don't get me started, but got let down taxi. She never got there till about 1:15. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm just. I don't know what to say. I'm losing. I don't know. I don't know what to. I'm so disillusioned. You know, I was. You know, I didn't want. I was like you, Nick. I didn't want us to go up this season because when we go up, I want us to be able to, hold our own. But are these foreign players that they're getting? They're just the championship. They just don't know how to deal with it. I mean, look at Compton. You never heard of all these bloody other teams like signing super. No, they just had proven goal scorers, proven, championship players.
Yeah.
And look where they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he's tried to I think he's missed a step, if you know what I mean. I think he's gone out, he's just gone, he's missed one out and just gone straight to and got these players in. And it's not working. And you can see how Stansfield is just so frustrated. And I feel for the kid because, I mean, last season, let's have it right, last season, we had a better team than what we got this season.
Yeah.
But it was still boring as bloody hell last season. And I'm sorry, listen, I never thought I'd ever say anything bad against Chris Davis. The one time I did was the Newcastle game because of the keeper he put in. And now I'm just this Beadle thing. Jesus Christ, it's driving me mad. It's like, what? Am I the only one? Or, I know. Well, I don't want to start because I don't want to ruin your show. You know what I mean? But it's just got. I don't know. It's just so. I mean, look, today there was seats empty and thing. You know what I mean? It's a Saturday.
Yeah, that's what
Usually we've been, solid. I don't know. All I know is I've come home twice this week, depressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, no more. Go on, Stu. What was you going to say, mate?
I was just going to say, do you know what the attendance was today?
It was about 1,000 under. It was like 27 or something.
Yeah.
It was about 1,000 under. What because they brought their full allocation.
Yeah.
And but there was seats empty behind me. I looked at it, and then like I say, usually it's about 28 something, isn't it? But it was 20 low 27, So
right, we touched on just quickly. We touched on managers on the last show, and I don't know whether this is punching a little bit.
Thomas
Frank. Are we punching there? We're punching above our weight to get someone like that in. Because I mentioned Thomas Frank, and it was only because someone else mentioned it in the comments, and I thought, oh, that'd be a nice show. And then there was a couple of comments after saying, that's kind of like a wild take. We ain't going to get him. And I kind of tend to agree to a certain extent. He's a Premier League manager. We could definitely get another Premier League job. But this is a big project, and it's a good project for someone like Thomas Frank or Michael Carrick. But Michael Carrick's doing so well at Man United that I don't know whether he'll probably still be at Man United come next season. But thoughts on Thomas Frank? Sure.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, go for him. Why not? Speak to him. Speak to his representatives.
Yeah.
Fucking get Brady to ring him up, man. I mean, he seems to sell the product to everyone, doesn't he? Everyone in Wagner, when he spoke to him, oh, give me the pen, mate, I'll sign. Other players, they say, don't they? Or spoke to Brady, and sold me the project. I'm here. Why not?
Yeah.
There's an interesting announcement coming up, I think, in a few days or the start of next month or something, isn't there?
3rd of 4th, isn't it? 3rd of April.
Yeah. Did you see with the Peaky Blinders looking thing with the football and?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We'll wait to see what that is. So some people have stated that it might be, shovels in the ground time, like at the ground and things kicking off and forward. If it is, then great, And again, it's something to, if you're going for a higher class manager, shall we say, someone who you think is going to be the right person to take forward, then that's a key thing, isn't it? Really, you can be like, look, this is the stadium we're getting, or we're planning on building, and it's in progression. You will have funds because look at the money we've spent so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, I was like, I'm kind of like, Carrick, mate, he's done wonders down United, isn't he? I don't know whether they're cute enough to actually offering him a contract at the end of the season or not is another thing, because they seem to want like Zidane or someone else, like top class European manager. But then again, they've done that before, haven't they?
Yeah.
Got them nowhere.
Yeah. John's put there, Nick, R.E. Thomas Frank, if you don't ask, you don't know. If TW and Tom Brady get him in the room, who knows? Great shout though.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if you don't ask, you don't get
100%.
these. Stu.
No.
Right, Steve, do you want to sell him the project? Yeah, 100%. Steve, do you want to explain about this painting? Because I think a couple of our viewers might have been lost in terms of what Stu has done and the meaning behind the painting, and then we'll finish it off. Then I think, guys, we've been going for an hour, nearly an hour and a half.
Hold on, I'm going to show it. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I was going to send you a picture.
Bring the painting, please.
It was really emotional. What game did I see you, Steve? Weren't tonight? It was a game before when it was at Middlesbrough or something.
Yeah. It
was Middlesbrough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was very emotional.
I mean, I said to you then, didn't I? Look, I mean, I don't know if I'm doing this because I'm absolutely useless at. Can you see this?
Yeah, that's lovely.
You can't. Let me see if I can.
So who is that, Steve?
Sorry.
Who is it? Who is it representing? What does
the guy on the left here, or the right, depending on how you look at it. That's Cody. That's my stepson who got murdered in the nightclub. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the Blues Academy for 10 years.
Yeah.
The guy there, that was my neighbour, Duncan. I keep saying Duncan, Russell. Christ, Russell. And I took him to a game on the Saturday. I believe it was Peterborough, I think. And on the Tuesday, I found him dead in his flat, and it's kind of messed me up a bit because of the way Cody was murdered. I haven't just lost, Russell. I got to say Russell. I also lost my best mate upstairs. 6 months after I moved in. And it's just been, my baby mother before Christmas, she was found dead in the bed. And do you know what? I've just lost. I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just a bit. I don't know what to say.
No worries, Steve.
And this picture, it's just out of this way. It's just amazing. It's like, and it's It's like,
and
I looked at it and I said, I knew exactly. I said exactly the photos they'd come off because they was identical. I'm going to put it down now because I'm getting a bit emotional again, and like I said, it's not sad. It's like do you know what? It's the most precious item. Like, do you know what? If my house started burning down now, I'd grab the painting and everything else. I wouldn't give a toss. It means that much to me, and I've been meaning to phone Stuart and say thanks, but I'm getting choked up now. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just, bro. I can't thank you enough. You know, it's just the most. You know, I don't care what people think. It's the most amazing thing that someone did for me, which was Blue Shadow, because I've been down and that.
You got her to thank really for asking.
Yeah, Blue Shadow, massive.
Oh God, yeah.
She's
do you know what? I you know, bless that, love her to bits. She's a diamond, an absolute diamond. She's been there for me, you know. So I've been ill, you know, and she's, you know, and to do that, because she come in on a Saturday and she went, look, I've got, and because she bought me a picture, like, you know, last year for my birthday, and, you know, the big one hangs on the wall, and she come in with this picture, and she went, look, she went, I've got this done for you. She went, it might be a bit emotional for you. And I said, oh, what you done now? And when she took the thing off, I looked at it, and she just put it on the radiator and just left me. So, to just, I would
that's what we call him, the talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh my
pissed off,
God!
Pissed off, talented Mr. Ripley today.
My neighbour wants something done.
But yes, Steve, it was like, you know, I lost my dad like 2020, mate, and you know, he took me down the blues when I was little, and you know, we used to go down here and there. We used to go down like a lot in the 2000s, and then, you know, life moves on, and then we kind of like used to go down pretty much like every Christmas sort of time, round about his birthday. But yeah, he's no longer with us, mate. And Nick, I don't know whether you've got anyone on who Blue Noses you've lost. You're bound to have known some who into anymore. So that's kind of like what I wanted to portray, mate. The fact that, like, for me, whenever I go down, that's when I feel close to my dad.
Brother,
it's really nice. So, and Rose, you put there whatever's going on. Sorry, one sec, Steve. Whatever's going on the pitch, remember we are Blues family. Keep right on, lovely picture.
Yeah, and it's like all the Blue Noses who we've lost, not just like personally, but like,
I know,
they're all there, mate. They're all looking down.
And every time I looked at the picture, I seen something new, and it just gets better and better, and I just start crying again. But like I said, not out of sadness, it's just out of pure. I just can't. I've got no words, bro. I've got no words, and like, it's very, very rare that I ain't got words to, like, you know. I'm a pretty vocal person, but I just. You know, I'm going to phone you at some stage, but I just want to say thank you, and I don't want to like take everybody's time up, but this guy, what a talent, and
talent only gets you so far, mate. The rest of it's hard work.
Yeah. No, that's lovely. It's a lovely way to end the show anyway, and so that was just the story behind the picture. So Blue Shadow was heavily involved in it as well. Shu, obviously the talented Mr. Ripley done the drawing, and it ended up with Steve. So that was it's a nice way to end the show, guys.
It is Go on, just go. I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Cut him off, mate.
No, so we'll leave it there then, guys. It's ended Blues 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Frustrating afternoon again for everyone, I think, involved. I think everyone's getting, if there wasn't already, just getting, keep right on. Yeah, typical fucking Blues, can't break 10 men down. Everyone's getting, I know I am now, I'm starting to, get really frustrated with Chris Davis and his lack of tactical, prowess and not, and flexibility. Just not just one way of playing. I want to see something. I wanted to see something different from the moment we knew we weren't going to make playoffs. So, So we'll leave it there then, guys, and I will hopefully, Minster will hopefully be back after the Derby game, which is a 12 o'clock kickoff.
You're going, Dave? Nick?
Sorry. I'm going, I am, yeah.
All
right. I'm going to that game. So, man, I'm looking forward to that. But, so we'll leave it there then. So, nice one, Stu. Nice one, Steve. And all keep right on.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Keep right on, everyone. Love you all.
You, and bless.
Thank you.